Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the House of Worship Technology YouTube channel. I'm Matt, and today I've got another episode of Church Tech Tip Tuesday for you. Today what I want to talk about is how to integrate click tracks into your worship team. To get started with a really basic setup is really simple and very affordable to do. And there are a couple of reasons why you would want to do this. First and foremost, and probably the most obvious reason that anybody would want to integrate using a click track in with their worship team is because it's going to help you stay on tempo. If you're struggling with speeding up coming into a exciting chorus or slowing down into a more intimate bridge section or anything that's similar to those two scenarios, you might want to at least consider practicing with a click track. The second reason that you might consider adding the use of a click track to your worship team is because it's going to open up the doors for you to be able to use other rhythmic and synthesizer or pad-based loops to add depth to your music, or even take the place of musicians that may be absent or not a part of your worship team already. So there's a couple of things that you're going to need to get started. Let's go over that list right now. First of all, you're going to need a cell phone or some sort of tablet computer that you can plug in directly to your system. And most people have these, and so that's why I've chosen this. You can use anything that you can get some type of Metronome app that allows you to set the tempo and set the meter of the song. Head over to the App Store and get yourself a free Metronome app. Then what you're going to want to do is get yourself a cable that has an 1/8 inch TRS connection on one side and a 1/4 inch TRS connection on the other side. Take that 1/8 inch TRS connection and plug it straight into the headphone jack on your cell phone or tablet. Then take that TRS 1/4 inch connection and plug it into the jack of a direct box. Then what you're going to want to do is take that direct box and plug it into your front of house system. Now, you should be able to have a noise-free click track that you can bring into your band's in-ears and keep out of the front of house system. Now, there's at least a couple of things that you need to consider if you're going to be able to do this. One, you want to plug it into your front of house system so that you can send it to the band's in-ears. If you're using monitors or wedges, it's not a good idea to try to start into using click tracks. You really need to be on an in-ear system. You really don't want to be on some type of wedges, because if you are, then sending the click track to the wedges so that the musicians can hear it, you're going to also be able to hear it in the front of house. So make sure that you're on in-ears. And then the second thing is that you're going to want to make sure that you have the channel fader all the way down for the channel that you've plugged the click track into. Make sure that you're only sending it to the auxes or to the buses that you have set up for the musicians' in-ears. Lastly, as you start to mix the click track into the band's ears, just be mindful of the level and do it slowly. The pulse of a metronome can be painful if it's brought up too quickly or played too loudly, and we just want to make sure that we protect our musicians' hearing. Alright, so there you have it, a very cheap and affordable way to begin using click tracks with your bands. Guys, if you have questions, if there's anything that I left out or wasn't clear, leave a comment below. I'd love to answer your questions. If you've got something that you want to see us talk about here on this channel, then send those to me also. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday.